Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel. In this video today, guys, we're going to be kicking off a huge week of action on the channel, both on the SO5 pitch as well as on the content front. Last week we did the 4 things we wanted to see from Celtic before the end of the season. We definitely got one of them versus Hearts. Did we maybe get 2 of them? I'll be talking about that, as well as obviously the Celtic stacks were kicking ass and taking names at the weekend. Celtic 4, Hearts 1. I'll be breaking down the player ratings for the match to see exactly where the game was won for me, and any insight, any little tells that we can have with the 4 things I was expecting to see, what we got versus Hearts, and what we could see against Dundee United in game week 269. We'll be doing the Celtic predicted 11 for that as well. At any point in the video today, guys, if you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. A rare new season edition MLS Cup champion Anton Tinnerholm and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, I've got to say, I was so surprised, but I was filled with joy that we seen Turnbull versus O'Reilly in this match. I called for it in the video and I was so glad that it did come off. I didn't actually expect it to happen. It was just one of these things that was like, I need to see this at least for 20 minutes at some point before the end of the season, and to get it from the start just shows Ange loves the content. He's a big fan of the channel. Of course he is. It paid dividends. You know, I thought O'Reilly and Turnbull gelled really well together. They were both they're both very composed on the ball, and that was really evident throughout the match. In terms of the first half midfield display, I was actually really chuffed with, you know, the way the whole game went, to be honest with you. There wasn't really too much lacking. It was just a wee bit of patterns of play you're needing to form, you know, when we've seen the changes with the subs in the second half, you know. But the thing that the subs have that O'Reilly and Turnbull playing together don't have is experience. You know, Hatate's played with McGregor in this one and that one, Rogic has played with this one and that one, much more than O'Reilly and Turnbull have played together, you know. So I think that was a little part of what we've seen at the weekend as well. And it was great for me having this game right early in the game week, you know, because having this very early on Saturday, I've just been clinging on all game week to rewards. I started off in like 2nd or something, and it's just been like, hang on, I'm down to 20th now. But I never played Giakoumakis, unfortunately. He rocked in with a 71 from the bench. But one thing I wanted to show, right, is Turnbull did fantastic in his start, and it's really hard to see why he doesn't start more if you only look at Celtic from an SO5 perspective. You know, his statistics were pretty good. He won 1 tackle, he got an interception, he won more duels than he lost, certainly, but it was his attacking passing stats that really stood out for him. You know, passes to the final third, accurate passing, and then when you look in the attack ones, yeah, attempted assists and penalty area entries, get a wee shot on target, and he won a contest in the box as well. So great score from him over 64 minutes. Okay, now I think we would all agree Rio Hatate looked amazing when he came on, right? But Rio Hatate, obviously, you know, he only had 20 minutes or whatever. He did okay up front. I think we all agree he made a bit of an impact. He was very unlucky not to get some sort of decisive action like a goal or an assist in the match. But defensively, in his 26 minutes, and bearing in mind, after, you know, when Hatate comes onto the pitch, Celtic are winning 2-1, and 5 minutes later it's 3-1, right? So in that 20 minutes, basically, he's able to match Turnbull's contribution to the game in terms of 1 interception, 1 positive duel, and 1 tackle, you know. So when Rio Hatate does get firing on all cylinders, this boy is going to be a box-to-box machine. You know, he really does hit all over the pitch. And, you know, it's great to see Turnbull. Oh, I think that really shone out for me, because when you look at Hatate and his heat map against Hearts, okay, is very dominant in this kind of number 10-ish position, as well as the usual spots where we see him in that defensive role where he collects from defence, and in that wide left position where he's out there linking attacks and linking play. But there's much more in here, and I say it was very unlucky to not do more. But if he's able to be doing all this stuff that we're talking about and touch all these areas of the pitch, because when you look at his other heat maps in like other matches, like he's barely, you know, especially the form he's been on recently, he's just not been hitting the sides really. But even when you look at some like Ross County at home, it was one of his better games. I think he got 2 goals and an assist or something in this match or whatever. His heat map isn't really there, and that's why I think, you know, when we get this boy at full energy, he's going to be something else, man. He really is, because basically what we got out of 29 minutes of him was, you know, typically what we've been getting out of him for 61 minutes, 73 minutes, 116 minutes against Rangers in the Cup. And in 116 minutes, Hampden's a wee bit of a bigger pitch, granted, or it's, you know, it's a bit different, I suppose, but he's not really touched the sides there. But having this little break gives me a lot of faith in him for next season. And with that heat map in particular, the other thing that I was talking about in the video, 4 things I want to see, is maybe this little more of a shape from Ange where we get somebody from midfield really playing off the striker, not just joining in positive pressing and that sort of thing, but actually that's their job, is to play off the striker and stay nice and high. And we have midfielders that stay a bit more conservative in terms of controlling the pitch, etc. So maybe we got a little glimpse of that with some of Hitate's, his heat map certainly suggests it. Greg Taylor did fantastic. He ended the game with a double-double, so he got 2 tackles in the match, 2 interceptions, 3 interceptions, in fact, I beg your pardon, and all his duels. He was still negative. That's the thing with Greg Taylor, he's always missing out on duels. Like, he really does lose out 50-50s, but his energy and his effort is incredible. Not too many possession lost, which was nice. And attacking wise, he was getting a couple of attempted assists, big chance created, obviously got his assist. So great game from him, an 85 score was absolutely fantastic. And along with Callum McGregor, like, I've rocked him with some decent points. I look to be sitting in 20th, so it'll be a top end tier 3 that I pick up. Callum McGregor got a triple double, so he got 2 tackles in the game, 3 interceptions, and he won 2 net duels, so he was bossing it all over the pitch. Accurate final third passing 20, accurate passes 58, and then attacking, penalty area entries galore, attempted assist, big chance created. Did a great match. And to give rock in with a 72 for Callum McGregor without a decisive action, like I said to you guys when I picked him up, this guy is going to be Vanaken light, and we definitely got a glimpse into that with his display against Hearts. Sebastian Lletget did okay, got his goal or whatever, and Hitate, unfortunately, from the bench, didn't get a decisive for us. So we're going to finish with a tier 3 super rare thanks to this Celtic stack here. And then, I don't know if we can call this a Celtic stack. I don't know, Kyogo and Ki Sung Young and Lewis Morgan, but they're going to end up with a tier 1 rare as well. Only 26 points off of a star, and considering Morgan was my captain and didn't come in with a decisive action, I don't think captaining Kyogo would have made any difference to that. And obviously Nubo was one of the worst choices of goalkeepers I could have had this game week, it turns out, because I had a few decent clean sheets elsewhere. I'm definitely feeling a little bit aggrieved. But Ki Sung Young, for example, in terms of possession and passes, he made 106 accurate passes this game week, 41 accurate final third passing. So again, this is what Ki's doing at 33 in the K-League, Callum McGregor 28 in the SPL. I think you can see penalty area entries 12. Wow, man, Key was really desperate for a goal at the weekend, wasn't he? 1 big chance created for him as well. But again, did he have a decisive? Yeah, he did, 1 assist. But his all-round score of 26, fantastic. And my other kind of big set and forget teams, like Tannadice came in a big way last night. 2 goals, allegedly should have been 3, if you believe if you don't believe the VAR and all that kind of stuff. But Tannadice feels like he's blossoming, and I'm so excited to be holding on to this guy now. Nemeka had a goal ruled offside, and if that came in, it would have boosted us up like 30 odd points or so. We would have been in the tier 1s comfortably at this stage. No more Champion Euro games to run, I think. And All Black with a great score, Robbo and Arnold, whatever. These guys, Denis Suarez, 2 assists at the weekend, did really good as well. Unfortunately, Captain Braze never held up his end of the bargain. Dedrick Boyata got a penalty 1, which was fantastic, and a decisive action that I couldn't foresee happening, but hey-ho. David Soraya, again, another clean sheet. The guy's kicking ass and taking names, but we were 25 points off our prize, and off of anything decent, maybe 50 points, and if one of these guys, like Enes Ünal as well, he had a goal ruled out also. If his goal goes in, we are in the decisives, guaranteed. We are in the prizes. So hard lines for Nemeka and Ünal this game week. Unfortunately, that's been the difference. This game here, Grandsir didn't start, unfortunately. Had he started and got a decisive, I would have maybe won a unique with this team this game week. So very unfortunate from that. Hassel saved a pen before going off injured, so we'll see what happens with him. Cunha won a penalty, again same as Boyata, against Real Madrid. Maffeo got an assist, which saved him because possession lost for him was 19. That would have crippled any score he had. Otherwise, that was good. Josko Guardiola kicked me right in the balls with a DNP. And then Barco, really this whole team except Jota was a real letdown. But still, for it all to be a letdown, 73 points off of a prize and 73 points between these 4 cards. Van de Voort, THB, Barco and Ferran Torres isn't a big stretch. So Captain Jota he's not happy at his deployment this week at FC Barcelona, but we endeavour to improve and we move on. And again, I don't really know what happened to this Galaxy match, but in terms of the scoring for it, but I'm not in contention for prizes with these guys anyway. They didn't do anything. So coming into the midweek against Dundee United, like midweeks are a great opportunity for me to be going and running and bagging prizes, and it's just going to be Celtic galore for me. I've got a few nice kind of filler cards as well, so we'll go through the teams and I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking. But I think for Ange in the Dundee United game, I think the way that a lot of these positions are running, and I really do feel this, especially when you see the relationship in minutes with Kyogo and Giakoumakis thus far, when they've both been fit, same as Hatate, Turnbull, Rogic and O'Reilly, is it feels like a real kind of, 60-30 is the kind of split in the run that most of them are kind of getting at the moment. We've seen the triple change at 60 minutes, of course, against Hearts, and I'm pretty sure we've seen at least a double change at the same time against Ross County the week before, etc, etc. So I think if we are going to see changes to the starting 11, it will be away to Dundee United. I think Giakoumakis has got a great opportunity to start. I think Hatate will probably come back in to start, maybe even alongside Turnbull, but probably Rogic. And I think otherwise it's probably going to be relatively an unchanged team. Again, maybe Abada might come in for Maeda, but I think Dundee United away is now probably the great, because what Ange will also want to do, as much as he wants to be, full throttle and go for it, is he wants everyone to feel part of winning the title, so guys that haven't started in a while, I do feel this is the game. I do expect Nir Bitton to start the final game of the season, so I would play that into any predicted 11s that you might want to forecast for Celtic, because if you're going to play Nir Bitton at home at Celtic Park, his last game for Celtic, he's been here for 9 years, he's won all sorts. I think Ange has definitely got it in him to give him a great send-off by starting him in the match and subbing him off at like 60 minutes, 70 minutes or something, and getting him a standing ovation. So I think if you expect that to happen at the weekend, and he will want everyone to feel that they've contributed to the win. O'Reilly and Turnbull have started at home at Hearts, 3 games to go, 4-1 victory. They have contributed to this final title run-in. They're kind of checked off. So I think Hatate and Rogic might come in here. And then at the weekend, when you've got Nir Bitton starting, he'll start with McGregor, and then he's probably going to start Rogic next to them too. It could be somebody else. We can talk about that at a different time. But anyway, that's why I expect Hatate will start with Rogic, and again, we'll probably see that kind of 60-minute run. Same back four as we've seen. I don't expect that to change either. And I say the front three, I would have that as Jota, Giakoumakis and Abada. That's probably what I'd expected. Now, from a super rare team, I'm just putting my Callum McGregor unique in here with like a fantasy team. And it's, do you know what I really like about this team? Normally, I like it when my teams are all at home, but this whole team is away, right? And Getafe, I've been paying a lot of attention to over the last 3 months and listening to Kike Sanchez Flores. Like, they're not going to get relegated, right? But it's not like mathematically done yet. And they are really cracking the whip and really trying. Enes Unal's had a great season. He'll want every goal he could possibly get. Soraya's also having a great finish to a decent season that was quite shaky early on. So again, he'll want his form to continue. And it's the same story at Atletico Madrid. They're cracking on. They want to be getting points and finishing as high up the table as possible. I think Champions League football is almost secured for Atleti. They might even need this game for that to happen, if memory serves me, as I'm talking to you now. Cunha started at the weekend against Real Madrid, and he was brilliant. If he didn't have a big chance missed, his AA score would have been much more impressive and much more reflective of the performance he actually put in. Jose Jimenez did well. I think he brought in a 48 or so, which was great. And I say Unal, blah, blah, blah. And Callum McGregor, Vanaken-like, basically. So I think this team, as much as the prize pool at Super Rare isn't great, I've got all these cards available and I will be playing them in the strongest team I can. And even though it is a champion team, and I could just put Denis Suarez unique in here, he's away to Barcelona, and throw it into champion and maybe try my law of averages over there like I normally do. I just think the prize pool is only 8 cards, like it's such a lean prize pool even at this level, so I'm just going to go for the best thing I possibly can, which is this division. And yeah, so that's the team I'm going to be running out with. And when you see the form that they can all hit, they're all decisive capable, really. Even Jose Maria Jimenez can get a goal from a corner or something, that could work. And it feels like FC Barcelona in that team, because it's double attacker, and whenever I did move from rare to rare pro like a year and a half ago or whatever, going for double decisive play by playing strikers that I fancy to get goals and assists has paid off for me. And with this being like, it feels like a new kind of era at my club where I'm very much competitive at this level thanks to the 2 uniques that I've got, then that kind of play paying off in a midweek would feel very on trend for the club, and it would be in line with our current history, so I'd be buzzing for that. For All-Star Rare Pro, it's just a great team, why not? They all kind of speak for themselves, really, don't they? I think Giakoumakis starts. Even if he doesn't, if he just gets 30 minutes, as we've seen the weekend, he's decisive, capable. Captain Jota, he does not want to be in the under-23 team anymore. He wants to be in the All-Star Pro team. So he goes in there with the defensive stack of Joe Hart and Greg Taylor. And then I'm just going to drop in midfielder Ferran Torres, who will be playing again up front against Celta Vigo. And I do expect, you know, Barcelona will score goals against Celta Vigo. Under 23 Pro, I'm managing to get Celtic attack stack in here with Rio Hatate, who I believe will start. Dyson Maeda, who I'm 50-50 on, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he did start, to be quite honest. And Garcia will start, Yangel Herrera will start, and has got a great fixture away to Alaves. And Van der Vert's got a good game at home as well. And for the goalkeeper special weekly, I'm getting Rio Hatate in there with my Gavi and, you know, Negredo and whatever. We'll see what happens there. And specialist limited, I'm going nice and strong. We've got Soraya, Navas, De Jong, Cunha and Maeda, so that team hopefully does really well as well. And with the prize pool, particularly in All-Star Pro, 816 entrants, and in U23 only 200 entrants, the amount of prizes that are available there, I can definitely get excited for Celtic. I'll probably be doing a watch-along live stream, maybe, we'll see what happens. I'm expecting the guys at Sorare Odyssey to be joining me in the studio, so that should be good fun. Yeah. Hope you have a great game week, guys. Let me know if you've won something. I'll be back for tomorrow for opening my rewards that my Celtic guys have won me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I hope you had a great game week. Let me know if you've won something in the comment section down below. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and retweet and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.